how it started versus how it's going. When Joe Biden first took office, he inherited a once-in-a-century COVID-19 pandemic. Because of the leadership of President Biden, we put shots in arms, money in pockets, kids back in school, and now the American people have the freedom to spend time with their families without being masked up or sheltering in place. When President Biden first took office, in Washington, D.C., it had been Infrastructure Week every other week. But nothing got done until President Biden showed up. We are finally fixing our crumbling bridges, roads, tunnels, our airports, our water systems, our sewer systems, our mass transportation systems, and now high-speed internet access is available to millions of Americans for $30 less a month. When President Biden first took office, the American people were understandably dismayed, were uncertain about the prospects of ever being able to do something about the gun violence epidemic in the United States of America. Because of the leadership of President Joe Biden, we passed gun safety legislation for the first time in 30 years that will save lives and lay the foundation for us to do more. How it started versus how it's going. When President Biden first took office, there were millions of veterans who had served this country suffering and were without access to adequate health care. Because of the leadership of President Joe Biden, working with House Democrats, there are now more than 4 million veterans in the United States of America who have access to the health care that they need to live a life of dignity and respect. How it started versus how it's going. Many Americans, particularly younger ones, uncertain about whether anything would ever be done to change the situation. Because of the leadership of President Joe Biden, we invested in the largest way in the history of the world in combating the climate crisis to turn the situation around and ensure there will be clean water, clean air, and clean energy in every single community. Can I give you one more? Yes. When Joe Biden first took office, cost of insulin for the average American family was $4,000 a year. Because of the leadership of President Joe Biden, the cost of insulin right now for millions of Americans is $35 a month. How it started versus how it's going.